Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, members of the board, Middletonians, local dignitaries, everyone, really.
Stockbrokers, dock workers, celebrities, nobodies, all comers, newcomers, the newly departed, the poorly depicted, people who are still teething, who are looking for a helping verb.
The quote beautiful, the unquote beautiful, whose bones are just so, whose veins are just so, the drunk, the high, the blue, the down, los pueblos, las animales, foreigners, strangers, bookworms, those whose eyes get tired from trying to turn something into everything.
Those at crossroads, in a crisis, a quandary, a velvety chair, the hungry, the thirsty, yes, we the cranky, those who are filled with life, who are bloated with it, and of course, the bereaved and the bereft.
And let's not forget about the local merchants, the smiling faces, the placeholders, us. All we people slowly graying, slowly leaving, who make all this all possible. This activity, this festivity, this hope, this dream dreamt with open eyes.
Friends of the deceased, the diseased, friends of the disowned, and of course, friendly, kind people with great skin and congenital birth defects. Sports fans, sufferers, down and outers, non-believers, animal lovers, people, real people. People without certainty and people with nothing worth mentioning.
The majority of us, silent, stifled, delinquent, in the background, barely hanging on, running out of time, hope, air, heart, nerves, chances, blood, money, friends, courage, faith, hair, teeth, time, health, hope, all of it, all of it.
Those sans everything, those affect nothing, who can't stand it any longer, who never really could. Gentle, gentle people, infinitely injured people, lost souls, ghouls, ghosts, descendants, shades, shadows, future ancestors.
Ladies, gentlemen, I know I'm forgetting somebody. Citizens, likenesses, darknesses, people, hopeful people, everybody, every last lone dying and inconsolably lonely person.
Fellow human beings, breathing people, breathers. Welcome. The fire exit's over there. I think you can also get out that way.
Evening.
Maybe. I saw that. You think I'm a cop. I look like a cop. I walk like a cop. So you figure, case closed. I'm a cop.
You're not a cop?
No, I am a cop. You were right.
Well, that's what I said.
That's what you thought. Everything is as everything seems, I guess. Good for everything. What about you?
What do you mean?
What about you?
I don't know. I mean, who knows, you know?
No. What are you doing here?
I was just sitting. Later on, I thought I
Forget about before and after. I mean now.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. That's the trouble. The beauty. The trouble. So let's just leave it at that. I think you dropped something. You know, the problem with people like you...
I was just sitting
Don't
here.
interrupt.
Wasn't there something...
I thought I said, don't interrupt. You know what? I should just... Welcome. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the little town of Middletown. Ordinary place, ordinary time. But aren't they all? No, they're not all. Say something nice.
I was just sitting here. I don't know what else to say.
Right. Anyway, Middletown. Population, stable. Elevation, same. Things are fairly predictable around here. Main Street is called Main Street. Side streets are named after trees. People come, people go. Crying, by the way, in both directions.
Well, ain't that the truth?
You know, why don't you get out of here?
Why? I wasn't doing anything.
And that's the reason you should stay? Let's go. Get out.
Where?
A different bench. I don't know. Another perspective. Just not here. You know what? In fact, allow me. Say I wasn't doing anything wrong. Say I was just walking around. Say this is my hometown. Say my life's a mystery to me. Say it. Be a good human. Be filled with humility, with wonder and awe. Awe. It's not easy to speak, is it? Well, that's life. Listen, I'm sorry for what I'm doing to you, but trust me, it'll be over in 3, 2, 1. The floor is yours. Wonderful. Great. Oh, I'm not really sure what I was trying to do there. I apologize. I guess I was just trying to imitate nature. Well, anyway, welcome, honestly, Middletown.
Hi. I was wondering if I could get a library card. Good for you, dear. I think a lot of people just figure, why bother? I'm just gonna die anyway. Let me just find the form.
I was also hoping to learn some more about the area. Do you have any books on Middletown?
I should certainly hope so. Let me take a look. And voila. Oh, no, sorry, we don't. There's a wonderful book called Yesteryear in Today's City of Tomorrow, but it's out. It's due next Tuesday. But here's something from the Chamber of Commerce just to give you a general sense. Middletown was built on the ruins of other older Middletowns, and before them, a town called Middleton, which was named for being between two other places, both unknown and incidentally gone. Incidentally gone? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, 1,000 years ago, the area was home to the Choctaw Indian, and it was called Impetway, which no one knows why, but it might have meant you are far away or between the snowing. The Choctaw had a highly developed culture, and they thrived in their time until they disappeared forever. New residents arrived and looked around. That's not much of a sentence, is it? But I guess it still helps to give us a picture. People kind of lost and smiling, I guess. But, all right, let's see. Arrived and looked around. Today, Middletown is a beehive, a human beehive of activity and business. Many come here to raise families, swollen with civic pride as their baby draws its first breath of local air. Also, drawn by the excellent clouds and mostly silent nights, many come here to quietly retire. Middletown, we've got you coming and going.
That's from the Chamber of Commerce?
I know. There's actually quite a lot they didn't mention. We have a great bike path. There's the library here, and of course, the people, which is really what most places are made out of if you think about it.
I guess. I'll wait for the other book. We just moved here.
I'm listening in on your conversations.
Sorry, you were saying?
My husband and I just moved here.
Well, welcome. Is it just you two?
It's just us. He travels. We're trying to start a family.
Come on, family. Start! Start, you bastard!
Well, that's wonderful. How long have you been trying?
About a year now.
And I imagine it must be about the same for your husband? Well, good. Good for you. The world needs another person.
Whatever you do, don't have an only child. They're the worst. Or so I've been told. Every time you hear a little noise, some little singing or humming, you look over and there it is again, the same only child. I'm just being me.
Don't mind him. He's only... You're just responding to the things around you, aren't you, dear?
Basically. Hey, I just did it again.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, do you have any books on children? You must, on childbirth and children.
We do. They're in the business section. I've never really known why. Let me just go take a look.
Hi, quick question. Books on gravity?
Hey, John. Let me just get him squared away 1 second. Okay, you want books on gravity. Let's see. We have 2. The Silent Killer and another one called Laws of the World.
The second one.
That just came back. Let me go see if it's sitting on a rolly cart somewhere.
Gravity. Hello.
Hi.
We just moved here.
That's great. Who's we?
They're trying to start a family.
Yes, we are. Thank you. Way's my husband and I. You live here, obviously.
That I do. Is it obvious? 10 years now. 10, 15 years. In fact, I think we're talking 15, 20 years now. Time, you know? Whoosh, clink.
Yes. And what do you do?
More like, what don't I do?
Okay, what don't you do?
Well, you originally asked me what do I do, so I'll answer that. I do paperwork, lawn work, plumbing, and sometimes some house painting. I work graveyards, regular hours, happy hours. Sure, sometimes I'll just stare out a window and a year go by, 2 years. For instance, right now I'm kind of in between things. I'm between 2 crappy jobs, I'm sure. I just don't know what the second one is yet. I'm also trying to catch up on some reading. You can say I'm bent on self-improvement, although I'm sure there's a better word. So, what about you? Wait, let me guess. Yeah, I got nothing.
Well, I used to manage a restaurant. Before that, I worked in a bank. Just jobs, you know? When we get settled, I might do something else.
You sound like me.
No, I don't. Do I?
Not really. I hate hours. You know some.
Here we are, John. Speaking of gravity, you might be surprised to know that we have a real astronaut from here.
I am, wow.
I bought a tandem bicycle from her once. She was really friendly when I bought it back.
She's the sweetest lady. She said she wouldn't be able to see us way up there, but that she'd think about us. Could you imagine all that splendor, all that wonder and beauty, and all you can just say is Houston this and Houston that? To be so far away with such a little vocabulary. And then there's John here with his handyman work and now his reading. Such lively people are townspeople, always trying different things, always occupied somehow. And now you too. There you go. Bye,
Thanks.
John.
It was really nice meeting you. Here's my card.
This says Lucy Graves Associates. If you need help, we can help.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not it. That's somebody else's card.
Well, then how will I get in touch with you?
Here. Let me just write my name and number on that one. There we go. Problem created, problem solved. Bye now.
Bye.
Now, you wanted books on children. What specifically? The history of, or I'm joking.
I thought you might be. Health. Prenatal health specifically. And also maybe wallpapering. We want to get a room ready.
Oh, it's so exciting. A room, wallpaper. I love the patterns. Little flowers or fire engines. It's almost too much. Come on, let me show you.
I was nervous earlier. I don't know why. Well, I do. For part of it, I was being cuffed. And I'm nervous now that I think of it. Nothing special. Try to fix cars. Try. Try to keep a certain, I don't know, sobriety. But nothing too crazy to report, except this one time. I found something, what I thought was a meteorite. I brought it into the school here, and all the kids went crazy. They shone their lights on it, tapped on it, did everything. And then the local astronaut here told me it was just a rock that came from probably a slightly larger rock before. But yeah, I thought I could still make the papers, maybe the headlines or something, if I took my meteorite and went to the bridge and threw it off. Hit some family in their car and killed everyone. But then I thought, that's not me. But, you know, some people don't think of how lucky they are. I do. You know, I used to be someone's golden child, someone's little hope. Now I'm more a local resident, another earthling. Goodbye.
Oh, bye. Hello. Hello? Oh, a book report on the Bible? Okay. No, sorry, no spray paint, no macaroni. We do have scissors and scrap paper, so you could probably, no glitter either. You have to bring that and you'll have to clean up too. She's interested in writing a, 5 o'clock? Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, bye-bye. That was a young child who, well, you probably heard.
All units in the vicinity, see the man, see the man, see the woman, see the streets and houses, the shadows and the words that don't rhyme. All clear here, over. No news is good news, over. But there's no such thing as no news. Try to see my point, over. See yourself. Look at the universe. Look at a tiny person in the middle of it all, thrashing. See the bright side. Try to look at the bright side. Sometimes I'll talk like this, over the wire, just to see if anyone's listening.
Someone's definitely listening.
Well, there you go. Now I know. Sorry, Susan. All clear. I do like this time of day. Night. All the people and their bones and arteries and personal problems. Beautiful animal, the person. Dark. I was too rough with that guy earlier. Regrettable. I think I embarrassed him. I've been having some sad stuff at home. I haven't really been sleeping, but I guess everybody has a story. Once upon a time, and so on. The end. I try to keep some order around here, uphold the law, but I have my moods. I just remember screaming awe at the poor guy. Hard word to scream. Just sounds like a sound. And you can't really bully somebody into feeling something anyway. Oh well. We almost had a glass museum here once. It would have been called Middletown Glass Museum. Fact. Behold. You know, just look. This is what life is like, here, right now. Looking into people's windows at night makes you feel lonely, but lonely along with the people in the windows, along with the whole rest of the world, the whole lonely billions. It feels sort of holy in some screwy way. Fact. Fact.
Have you done walking tours before?
What time is it?
It's almost time. In fact, why don't we get started? Now, can any of you tell me what we're standing before here? No?
It's a monument.
Well, it's a monument, yes, to honor the founding of our town here, the town of Middletown, so that we may never forget.
Forget what?
Well, the history, the moment.
We went to Rome last summer.
And search for the eternal truth. And to be totally honest, for the food.
I'd love to go to Italy. Rome is so old. I bet you saw some serious monuments there.
The whole place is history. Old moments from here to Sunday.
We walked everywhere. We saw a lot of ancient things. A lot of ancient inscriptions were either chipped off or worn away. And they're Latin, so if they were readable, you can't really read them.
It's a dead language.
Well, this is in English, so people can enjoy it for years to come.
What about when English dies?
Oh, I think English will be around for a pretty long time.
I doubt the Romans thought Latin was going anywhere either.
We went to Holland 2 summers ago. Holland was a world power, a glorious empire, ruthless. We loved those Stroop waffles. They're like the local yummy snack. Ruthless empire, yummy snack. People change. Empires too is my point. So, ergo, I'm wary of monuments.
He loves statues of horses. Not the rider, just the horse. Ergo, you know?
It's a magnificent animal, the horse, just incredibly noble. I used to gamble. Ponies, trotters. I kept scribbly notebooks and had big dark circles under my eyes. Lost my job, my previous wife. Not a long story. But, yeah, this makes me feel sort of sad and beautiful, sure, but not that sad and beautiful. I mean, look at us. No, really. Look at me and her. We've gone around the known world lugging guidebooks and cameras. We've taken buses with chickens. We've walked across crumbling Roman walls. We've taken ferries drunk at night across rough northern seas.
Okay, I get it. I know. You're not just some yahoos on vacation. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I guess normally I'm just thinking about lunch or looking for another job. I'm not really focused on the next 10,000 years. I mean, I don't know. It's just pretty regular around here. It's pretty every day. We don't have any other statues.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
I sort of like it. It reminds me of my dad. But I get what you're saying. I guess we like a strange angle on things. If we go to an opera, we specially request obstructive view seats. It sort of adds to the whole experience.
And they're cheaper.
We love a bargain. You know the saying politeness doesn't cost anything? Well, that's what we'll do. Just go out for the weekend being polite to people.
We've saved a fortune.
But so, yeah, I guess we like some perspective with our history. Some little like gossipy footnote about a local dish or a bastard child.
I mean, yeah, I guess. This thing was just always there. Or here, sorry. I mean, I'd see it in the rain and snow, serving its purpose, so that we remember, I guess, in general, so that we have memories.
That's a thought.
I haven't traveled ever. I'll walk around town is about it. I mean, I'll notice a building and, and say, hey, was that always here? Main Street, Elm Street. I look at the people and try to figure out their story. Usually you can guess the first and last facts, but as for the rest of it, it's just kind of what's going on inside of you. Because I don't know. I don't know. I grew up here. I just thought this was the world.
Of course you did, but hey, let me get a picture of you being wrong.
We always want something more. I guess because we grew up in a long history of death in both our families, we like something more monumental, but not necessarily monumentalized yet.
I understand. I guess this is just pretty much it. Technically. Other than this.
Okay.
Could be, technically, philosophically. Go on.
For instance, the air. I wrote on it in school. Take a deep breath. 100 years ago, a man was digging a hole for this very monument, and he rested on the shovel and he sighed. You just inhaled a molecule of air that shoveler exhaled in a quiet sigh long ago. Scientific fact. That molecule of air likely contains a particle from Caesar's dying breath, which probably contained a molecule of air from Caesar's first scream when he was born. Scientific truth. Molecules. I know, not the prettiest word. Everyone probably knows the Caesar thing. But think about how personal everything is. And then go back and think of a beautiful sunset on Earth, years before humans ever evolved. No one's there to say ooh or ah or something breathy like that. It just sets, and then it's night. Nothing personal. Good morning. But beneath us, okay, the dirt that the sign man was digging into, that's layers and fossils and broken pottery and things that they think had religious value. Maybe a sad little instrument down there, a hollow bone with 3 holes in it. Down we go. City, then dirt, town, then ash, village, then ice crystals, and ice. It's people strewn all the way through, and people on top too. Walking around and smiling and eating ice cream and doing whatever people do. It's fun thinking about everyone like this, you know? Usually I'm just telling people about the time sunglasses were almost invented here. Some of the dust on my shoes is from outer space, and the rest is dead human skin. Infinity, asteroids, and your great-great-grandmother. Out all that science and stale candy, and you look at it and you think, dirt. And that's not even half the story. And here's a man, looking for something in a bag.
It sort of completes the scene.
Sort of.
Look at him. Classic.
Excuse me, hi, sorry.
Hello. Or bye. There's a meadow we could walk to. Nothing too special, just nice grass and trees. The Chalkbog Indian believed that the trees were gods. They thought that everything was. So that no matter what you were doing, whenever you were doing it, you were praying. They had special words you can only use when it was raining, and a chant to heal people's hearts. So what do you say? To the meadow?
Sounds perfect. Et tu, Brutad?
Sounds good, though maybe a quick pit stop.
Use your words.
I need a bathroom.
And maybe on the way there we can get Subway. Lemonade?
Lemonade was actually invented in Pakistan.
Really?
Well, that's what they say, but I don't know how anyone could really know that.
John, we met at the library. You gave me your
I remember. Sure. Hi.
I think I bought something and left it at the store. That wasn't a very smart investment.
I've done that before. So stupid. Hey, are you hungry? I've got some little sandwiches. I'm really hungry.
Sure, I'd love some. Damn it. Sorry. I would love a sandwich. Thank you.
Was that a tour going on?
Sure, it was something. God, I had the worst night. Almost nonstop meaningful silence. Worst morning, too. Don't get married, that's my advice.
I'm already married.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Oh, I hope you brought a good book.
I didn't know. Are you married?
I was. All I remember is listening to the breathing. That's not true. We had some pretty good times. Probably my best. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's sad, you know? You sit around reading the side of a cereal box all day. Half the dishes are gone, half the cups. You eat everything out of a dented can and no more pretty shoes by the door. That's your little half-life. Sorry. Are you getting settled here?
I am. We are. More and more. This is all a big change.
What is?
Here. And the whole idea of children.
It is. I have 2 nieces.
Oh, how great. Girls.
They are great. Actually, I think it's just one niece. The other one's her friend. I'm a terrible uncle, but I don't know. I still feel like a nephew. Time, you know? Bzzz, blank.
You said that the day we met.
Something like it, I'm sure. It's a theory of mine.
Well, it's not really a theory. You're just making different noises with your mouth.
So are you.
True. True. How's gravity?
It's all right, I guess. What?
Well, you were reading a book on gravity.
Oh, right. That's over. I just kind of lost the, I don't know. I mean, do I actually need to know about that anyways? Anyways, right now, I'm taking a course on watercolor painting.
You're quite a Renaissance man.
Well, it's not really a course, it's just the directions that came with the paints.
Well, still, it sounds great.
It's just some other thing.
I would think you'd make a really great uncle.
Yeah, I mean, me too, but I don't know, I panic, so I'm no good as an uncle. I mean, who wants a panicky uncle? I forget everybody's names and birthdays and get all nervous and worried I won't recognize people.
I feel that way sometimes.
Me too.
So, Bob is finishing up some things with work in our old house. He just started up in a new position, but he should be here soon. I still don't really know the place. It can get lonely, can't it?
Yeah, I mean, you get the mail and it's a clothes catalog. You leaf through it, maybe think, hey, I could buy those pants. Then you think, but then it'd just be me in a different pair of pants. Then you go out, walk around, and that's your day. Time for bed.
That's kind of gloomy. I like looking at the catalogs. But things aren't so bad. I visit Bob now and again when he's at a convention or something else nearby. He's in sales.
I've always wanted to be in something.
Yeah? Well, I'm sure you'll, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
I haven't been sleeping.
Oh, God. Nighttime. I'm like, enough already. I get it. I read articles about identity theft and I actually get a little jealous, you know? Just take it, you know? Good riddance. Sometimes I think I might go quietly retire, you know, all alone. But then I start up some dumb project or get a book about some idiot thing.
John,
You have a nice voice. I'm sorry?
Mary,
Mary. Of course, I like it.
we all have our dark nights. We're probably never as alone as we think.
Yeah, no, we hope. Listen, I heard what you said, by the way. It probably seems like I didn't, but I'm really sorry you can't sleep.
Thanks. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know you're just making noises with your mouth again, but thanks. So, I would think you'd make a really great uncle.
Yeah. Like I told you, I panicked.
Maybe you just need to try and remember a little bit more. You know, when I'm just busy sitting alone in my house at night, I never know what I'm supposed to be listening to. You know, it just gets so quiet. I'm just confused, you know? But it does give me time to catch up on my needless worry.
I do that, what you just did.
What?
Use humor to distance myself from the pain.
I was using humor to be funny.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's something different. I like that thing that you said, dark nights.
Well, all nights are dark, but you know what I meant. Last night, I couldn't stop thinking, what if my taste buds stop working?
Massive heart failure in a public place.
You can do better than that. Plus, it's really more of a guy thing.
Cancer in the privacy of your own home.
Now you're talking. The old standby. And good. Something for the ladies.
It's good to laugh.
I almost forgot. I was wondering if you could come have a look at something.
Sure, I'd love to.
It's just a plumbing thing, I think. A clogged drain or something.
Oh, I was hoping it was a painting or a sunset or something.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'd love to. I could use the work anyways. Not that I charge you. Speaking of not making any money, I better get going. Hey, what day is it today?
Tuesday.
Oh, shit, I thought it was Monday.
Sorry again.
It's okay. I would have found out anyways.
I'll give you a call, okay?
All right, bye.
Bye, John. It was really nice talking to you.
That book came back today. I was just reading. Here. Several moons had passed. Several months. The medicine man medicine man is a doctor. The medicine man shook his feathers. The villagers stood shivering. A star shone over in Petway. That's here. Well, it was. The medicine man spoke in difficult ways of difficult things in the worried vocabulary of medicine and night. The villagers listened quietly and quietly misunderstood. The sick man listened and quietly got worse. For sick man, just think of anyone, an average person. A child has written in the margin here, anxiety, sickness, death, spiritual. She writes these wonderful loopy letters in a bright pen. At least, I think it's a girl. Anyway, the medicine man continued differently now. His calm eyes sparkled slowly as he turned to the blushing woman there. The blushing woman is probably a bride or a woman falling in love. He spoke now in simple ways of simple things. He asked the moon to be beautiful. He asked the sun to come to warm the unborn child and the born mother. He asked the people to be human and the animals to stay animals. He asked the universe to expand. He said deeply to all of them, great things, oh great things. Someone is born, someone will die. Both are you. Unlined, no. The same child has written a question mark here. I read once that the question mark comes from the musical notation used in Gregorian chants to signal that the phrase should have an upward notation, that it should rise upward to heaven. Imagine this little red one here, no sentence, no question, rising upward to heaven, to God. Imagine the look on his face. Later, she's written the word atmosphere. And here's a Barrett she used for her bookmark. Ah, literature. It's a beautiful night, whether or not there's anything up there.
Hello, Comet Niner, Comet 9, this is Ground Control, Houston. Do you read? Do you copy?
This is C9 copy. Sounds like you're in my living room. Over.
The things we can do, C9. Go ahead. How's life?
What a view is one thing. I've heard about it, but what a wonderful... I never knew how round was, Houston. God, all this space is just pure majesty. It's endless, majestic, but it's cold. It's almost just raw data, raw mathematics. But then you see little planet Earth and my God, she's just so welcoming and good. Seems like a symphony should be playing. Wow, it's just this beautiful, fragile thing. Something a happy child would draw. It's so blue, Houston.
What? Well,
Repeat, please.
51 degrees. Angle sensor arm, 2 minutes, 45.
Arm is in position. Over.
What's that? Didn't catch that.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Jordan.
Oh. I'm just trying to picture life back home, back in the old hometown down there in Middletown. There's a guy there I remember. Thought he found a meteorite once. It was normal sedimentary rock made from dead animals and plants crushed together, but he was disappointed. He shouldn't have been. I was never crazy about him, think he bashed my mailbox in, but he shouldn't have been sad. That rock, that guy who found it, the field he found it in, all of these things are miraculous because all of these things are earthly. The words he used to refer to it, the breath it took to make the words, all of it just sacredly and profoundly and mysteriously, well, yeah, earthly.
Are you getting mystical on us, Georgia?
Just looking and talking, Houston, I didn't prepare anything.
Just giving you a hard time, partner.
Okay.
Looking good. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm done. lonely from up here. Everything looks right next door. It's where you're sitting right now. How about that? You're breathing in the Earth's atmosphere. You've got mountains and clouds. People out doing things. Soccer games and birthday parties. Listening to beautiful music. Inexpressible, you know? How did we get so lucky? I must sound like a real cliche. Me waxing all poetic, waxing all fragile and religious.
All right, Georgia. Synchronize 176.
Synchronize 176.
Say again, comment matter.
I didn't say anything.
All right, no matter. Looking good. We recommend P65 alignment plus 0.22.
Thank you. P65 alignment plus 0.22.
Copy.
I'm looking out at the world. I'm thinking about people. I can't tell you what this is like. Over.
Wonderful, Georgia. We have no abnormalities. Over.
Where's John? Where did he go? But seriously, John, thank you. Bob and I are grateful.
It's no problem. When does he get here?
Any day, I hope. It's crazy. We used to be normal people. We said good morning and good night every day. All of a sudden, we're so modern. It's funny. Have you always done this kind of work?
God, yeah. In fact, I've been thinking about that philosophy thing, about how you can't step in the same river twice. It turns out you can. I try, you know, but I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like the whole world is against you.
I know what you mean. Like, all of a sudden, everything's spelled wrong. Even your own name looks like a typo.
Exactly. I mean, I get these, I've told you this before, but I get these awful panic attacks. They're actually how I stay in shape. It's a mess. But enough about me and how I sometimes get claustrophobia and can't swim.
Consider the sea being pregnant.
What?
Consider the sea being pregnant.
Oh, it's so new. I don't even think I could describe it. But I'm really excited. It's almost like it's just words at this point.
It's really just words at every point.
You're right, it's probably just words at every point. It scares me though, having a baby. The words just seem so tiny and small compared with the truth of it. Compared with if you really try and picture it. Not to mention the whole thing. I mean, do I even look like the type of person?
Well, I don't know if you're the type of person, but I think you're quite intoxicated.
Well, thank you, John. I don't think I've ever been called intoxicating before. That's very flattering.
Listen, I hope you don't think of me as some kind of a, I don't know, because I just have so much going on inside of me. A lot of different, you know, people laughed at me when I said I wanted to get a law degree.
You have a law degree?
Me? Oh God, no. People really laugh though. I've wanted a lot out of life. First, air and milk, and then it just kept going.
Well, you've gotten a lot too, haven't you? In life?
I had shingles once. I'm kidding. Actually, no, I did have that. Good argument for death, by the way. Shingles. Nice reminder your skin's an enemy.
Well, your skin's probably your very best friend.
Well, sure, for a while. But I kind of have a serious mind-body problem. But I get what you're saying. I try to be grateful for what I have.
I wish I had more gratitude. When you think of all the miracles it takes just to sit in a chair. I mean, a billion things going right just to sit here and do nothing and watch you work. Miracles.
You get used to them, though. That's the sad thing. You look around and miracle, miracle, miracle. It's tiring. It's sad. Or scary.
Well, that's a little extreme, isn't it? But I guess to be completely honest, it's always an option. You can say that again, Johnny boy. You can say that again.
That I'm afraid of dying?
Oh, I thought you said something different.
Nope. Alright, so. There.
Yuck. What is it?
Just years of stuff. Sort of a metaphor for, yeah, no, just years of stuff. Gunk. Whoa. I stood up too fast. All my life, I don't think I've ever stood up at this right speed. All life long, John Dodge is in the wrong. All life long. Wow. That's hard to say.
No, it isn't.
All life long. No, I guess you're right. I think I better sit down for a few seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Okay. Oh, no. I did it again.
Well, maybe you're just a dizzy person. You know, they say some people have trouble with the Earth's gravity, Earth's rotation.
Yeah, maybe that's, yeah.
John,
Again, she says in her nice voice, John.
well, what am I supposed to say? Are you okay? I know we haven't known each other very long, but do I seem different?
What do you mean?
Well, somehow, inside.
Yeah, kind of. You do, actually.
Good.
Change.
I know.
You smiled when you said good. That says a lot about you. You'll be a radiant mother. Mary, I don't have anything. Big change of topic, sorry, but I don't. I mean, look at me. I have a couple of projects I quit and a few books about idiot things, but I don't have anything.
Yes, you do. Come on, you do.
Mary, I don't.
Maybe you're just not looking hard enough.
Mome Governa Thurnum.
Excuse me?
Just joking, remember? Because when you couldn't hear me.
Oh, right.
I've never thought of it that way. Seriously.
Don't worry. Everybody always looks so worried. There was a report of some problem down here. A scream, maybe a loud sigh, a couple of sighs, something. Well, whatever it was, it's fine now. Sleep tight, pretty Middletown. All is well. Pray the Lord your soul to keep, or something like that. Whatever makes you feel calm. Just be all right.
I should have brought you a sweater. Are you cold, sweetheart?
Feelings!
Remember, we're inside, dear. Excuse me. Would you like some candy?
What about when English dies?
Nice and quiet, dear.
Hey, that's from the play.
You're very busy.
Yeah, I'm writing a book on being an audience member, even though originally I wanted to be an autobiographer.
Oh.
Yeah, then I had to sit down and ask myself, seriously? Me?
What do you like to go see?
I've seen literally anything and everything. I've seen horses being born, Egyptian tombs being exhumed. I've gone whale watching, watched my mom die, a Hindu bathing festival, you name it. Mainly plays. I usually have anxiety when the curtain goes up.
I always want to cry at the end, when you see the actors smiling and bowing in the light, dead kings waving to their wives and girlfriends.
I'm just passing through.
That was in there too, right at the beginning. I have the worst memory, but I like to write down lines. Your daughter has an amazing memory.
Thank you, she certainly does. She's actually my niece.
Well, she has an amazing memory. You know, what's your first memory like ever? It's hard, isn't it? You know, I was always sitting somewhere. I was actually born in the audience.
I like when plays have a break in the middle. Once we met an oceanography student, remember? He painted our garage, actually. It's nice.
It's funny, though, because you don't know the end, you don't know you're in the middle of. Hey.
Much better. Oh. Are you perhaps talking about the play? So, I have a question for you guys. The town's like,
The town is called Middletown, but it has other names.
Yeah, I understand that. But the people are...
I think the main two are having a romance. I mean, they represent the future. Well, I think.
Thank you.
I once had a neighbor like that John guy. When you were talking to him, you weren't 100% sure what he was listening to. He eventually left, or something bad happened. It was really sad, and he was very lonely. But at least the guy in the play has the lady who just moved in.
Mary.
Houston,
Houston is in Texas.
your daughter has an amazing memory.
My back is killing me. I think it's going in the shape of a chair.
I have the worst memory.
You know what's funny? In a way, everything is still going on. At the library, up in space, in the town, here, all over. In a fictional way, of course, but in like a non-fictional way, too.
So, like relativity.
Is that your contribution?
Yeah, just everything's all Albert Einstein and stuff.
Okay, but you know, something big is coming.
I mean, but we don't know what.
Neither do they. They're just in the middle of some life in some town, you know, in a good way.
They deserve something good. I mean, we all do. Life. It's quite a topic, isn't it? I mean, I think she's pregnant, Mrs. Swanson. You can always tell there's kind of a glow. I mean, a shadow. You can tell, right?
It's always a possibility.
So is self-destruction.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, my mouth. Where does anything come from? Where do crocodiles come from?
Dinosaurs. But where do dinosaurs come from? And so on down the ages, to where we ask ourselves, where does nothing come from? King Lear has one answer, and King James has another.
Yeah, I'm just floating out there. Somebody said somewhere, I don't know, possibilities. Man, why won't my foot wake up?
You know, this one culture whose name I forgot thought that the soul was in the feet. I've also seen in the mouth, the eyes, or basically anywhere across the body.
The soul, the afterlife. We say these words like we say shoe in February. But just think about it, just for a minute.
Changes life.
You know, it's like what you said before. You don't know what the end is, so how can you know what you're in the middle of? They don't know what happens to you when you die, so how can they really know what happens to you when you're born?
One mystery, another mystery. May I?
Please.
Oh, I also have another question for you. So, where's Mary's husband? Is he supposed to represent some idea
Just
of
a
some
regular
sort?
human being. Well, I think. I mean, maybe they share weekends together. You know, people always figure something out. We're always running around, looking over our shoulders, trying to figure something out. I mean, people. You know, we actually saw a play once, some kind of community thing or production. Remember? It had an angel in it.
Just a regular human being, I think.
She's incredible. She remembers everything word for word.
But it is weird because it's like a museum exhibit from the last like 10 minutes. But you're right, it is remarkable. It's kind of like grammar. Us. It's just weird.
Is, was, will be.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it. You know, I've been all over the world.
Is, was, and will be. Story of my life.
Gosh, I've seen so many things. Huh. From all the things that I've seen, people dying, foods I've eaten, and that conclusion is, huh.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly.
People always look so worried.
Yeah, Cobb said that.
People know what happens.
Who said that?
People are born and people die. Hey, how about we go to that nice place, the restaurant down the street? We can do the little treasure map on the back of the place map. Does that sound good to you? Here we go. Exciting.
We will now take a brief 15-minute intermission. Concessions will be sold in the lobby and will benefit the Tri-M Music Honor Society.
Hello? Is someone there?
Just some normal noises from nature. Probably nothing to be too afraid of. That's my impression of a cell dividing. Or maybe it's metastasizing. I don't know. You know, bet you guys didn't know. Started drinking again. You probably didn't know that. I stopped for a little while, but I did. You might be wondering to yourselves, why? That was some time for you guys to come up with reasons for me, you know. That was just a little time for you guys. Away!
Ah, Jesus.
What's wrong with you?
I could have given you a heart attack just then.
And that's somehow, in some way, my fault?
Planting a tree?
Great work. You solved the case on what I'm doing.
Don't be smart.
Done.
How's my sister?
She's surprisingly good. She wants you to come over for dinner next week. We just finished her new patio. We're having a cookout.
Sounds good. What type is it? Elm?
I'm not sure. Oh, it could be elm or white ash. There's a President Hotel Park.
Fair enough. Pretty day.
Any ideas of where this should go?
I mean, there are a lot of possibilities. People.
I know. You know what? I don't know. Can you clarify what you mean by that?
I don't know. Just people. The things they do. You never know what they're going to do. You think you catch a non-suicidal gleam in their eye. You didn't.
feels good. Right here. What's your opinion on right here?
It's got a lot of potential.
So, some people just wheeled a sick person past me tonight, lifted his head, and said, wait, he said in a very raspy voice, wait, one more look. Then a pregnant lady went in crying, trying to carry all of her stuff, and she was low, which, when you think about it, she totally isn't. Made me kind of sad. I think it'd be soothing. This tree, just nice for people.
Sure.
Hey, maybe someday some young lovers will come there and just listen to it. Pretty incomprehensible. Future.
There are some guidelines, some givens.
Yeah, I just buried some sunglasses around back earlier today. Just to give someone something to find one day. Hey. What is this? You know what it's gonna be? I always think it's gonna be gold, or probably a skull. But in reality, just a brick. Seems like a pretty old word. Brick.
It's got a real honest ring to it.
It does. Seems like a name the brick would have given itself. But person, though, person seems sort of last minute, sort of fleeting.
Sounds like an average paying job.
It is. Although I'm a person, been one for years. Although, I'm not going to be a person forever, per se.
You know, this isn't really my kind of conversation.
No?
In fact, I gotta get back in here. Say hi to my sister.
I will.
I'll see you later.
See you later, person. I mean, all the best ways. Brick, tree, worms.
There seems to be a problem. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Swanson. You're Swanson. Don't worry. Now, we did some more tests on your little man, and everything actually looks pretty good. His Babinski reflex, for example.
Is that where you...
Right, where you stroke the foot to see if the toes curl. We do this with sound and tiny beams of light. It's amazing. The first expressive gesture. You can do almost all of these tests prior to the actual birth now. It's incredible. In a few more years, people won't even have to be born. Anyway, he was great. You probably heard a cheer go up in the other room. It's like a space launch. Long way away, but he could be a tiny little Beethoven, your boy. Get him a fun little drummer bell. Now, will the father be in the room with you?
He said he would be, yes.
Good. It's good to have someone. This is literally going to be the first day of the rest of your baby's life. I mean, you'll want to start him out small. Little words like hi, juice, tree, and bye-bye. Say whatever you feel. Most of it happens on a vibrational level, anyway.
Doctor, we have a Mrs. Swanson on the line.
Tell her I'm very sorry, but I have to call her right back. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's a very sad story. But back to you. We'll generate a paper trail, of course. We'll generate a birth certificate as well. Are you thinking of a name?
We're thinking possibly John.
John is perfect. Biblical, simple, one syllable. No complicated backstory, just John. John Swanson. It's like a little poem. What else? Anything else?
I'm sorry, this is so general, but What should I do? How should I be?
Those are great questions. And here's my answer. Love is all. I know, it sounds simple, but just give him love. Without it, he'll go around the world seeing different people and saying different things, and none of it will mean anything to him. You've seen the type, out in the rain, just kind of rattling around in their bodies. But it's simple, just love. Oh, also, you never know. So forgiveness and love, and you're all set. Now, I know I'm speaking quickly. Apologies, I'm sorry. I kind of make this speech a lot.
Oh, no, but it's great. It sounds completely unrehearsed. And it's good to hear these things.
Does your eye itch?
A little. Is that a problem?
Just for you. Because it itches.
Right. What do I do in the first little while?
Well, hold them tight. Just hold the little human tight. Sing as much as you can. And after the first weeks, the amniotic fluid will drain from his ears. Right now, everything is mercifully just a muffled kind of music. I assume a lot of things probably sound like the word mother or earth or hearth. Something indistinct, kind of breathy and rounded off. Who knows what shamanistic sense is making of it all, you know? As far as he knows, the whole world is a soft little murmur of gentle intent. His instinct is going to be to trust life. His actual animal instinct, and I never get over this, is going to be to hold your hand. He's in there, right now, listening, forming, waiting to hold your hand. Wow. Neither science or religion has yet undone the wonder of a crying baby in air and light, grasping onto a finger.
You make it all sound so noble. Which it is. I'm sure it is. It's just, I'm sort of alone in this at the moment. It's just hard to believe that so many women have done this before.
Well, but they did. And they were scared, and they were great. So be scared. You look great. You look like somebody's mother. Anything else?
Well, I'm sure there's something. It's just sort of surreal.
It is, but it's also sort of real. A little person inside of you is going to come out of you.
It's almost vaudevillian.
It is, yes. That's very funny. But let's try not to overcomplicate things. This is just the one time it makes good sense to sit back and try to believe in miracles.
I do have one other question.
Yes?
What's it like being born?
Okay. So, distress is certainly the first event, and I assume there's a lot of pain, maybe even infinite pain, seeing as all you've known has been infinite warmth. I assume even the gentlest birth must feel like a car crash. We never really know the full effect. It could be the full effect as our life, and then it's over. He'll fall asleep in your arms, grasp onto your finger, because that's what the deepest thing in him tells him to do. You won't believe it. We have 3.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My wife, her name is Jen. She said that she forgot about all the pain, the worry, the everything, the second she saw our firstborn, and finally understood this word she'd been hearing all her life. Love. I felt it too. As for the actual birth, we were worried, but no surprises.
What about your own?
What, my own birth? I don't know. I assume it was okay.
Were you close with your mother?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Just kind of typical mother-son. She's still with us. Great lady. But, any other questions?
I'm sure there's some, but I can't think of any right now.
I see you brought some stay-over things. Go out and take a walk. It's good. It's what we do. We hold hands and we walk. Activity can help the labor along, all right?
Okay.
Now, if you excuse me, I really must be going.
Okay, I'll bring you if I need anything. Thank you again for... You're busy, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Perfect. Sorry, I have to rush. Now, Swenson or Swanson? Swenson, Swanson, Swenson. Swenson. One vowel away. E. O.
Okay, I think.
Good. Sorry, this is difficult.
I know. What is?
Well, we don't know each other, of course, so it's hard to know how to begin.
Well, are you gonna try? I know what you're thinking. I'm not this kind of person.
What kind of person?
Well, I'm normally just a face in the crowd. Normally just home, by myself. Just a face in my house. Which is fine normally. I don't think that... I don't know.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, maybe I'm imbalanced, or I was. But I don't think I'm suicidal, deep down. I mean, although here I am, yes, and I'm probably making you feel uncomfortable.
I'm sure that's a little true. Thank you for your consideration. It's complicated.
It is. I don't know why I did it. It was like this cloud came over me, this big dark idea.
And that was what?
That I wanted to be in an emergency somehow. I've always felt like one deep down. I mean, I have all sorts of weird problems. I get nervous in certain types of weather. Sunlight reminds me of this wonderful woman I once knew. My elbow twitches, my heart races, and my mind races. It always scared me they had a word. Suicide. It scared me they had a word for it. And then, there I was, lying on my kitchen floor like a crazy person, right in the thick of that word.
Forgive me, but you used some kind of a knife?
A house painting tool, like a scraper thingy.
That sounds dirty.
What do you mean?
That it might have had dirt on it. Germs?
Maybe. Probably. You know, I pictured everybody with their eyes all red saying funeral stuff like we hardly ever knew him. And in reality, they kind of didn't. I never thought I'd have a lonely life, but it turns out I do. Like, medically lonely. Like I've got sad genes. Like, what's that word? I don't know. I'm sure there is one.
I'm sorry.
No, please, don't worry. I know I'm not crazy. I'm just sad. And not even that much right now. I even feel a little bit hungry. That must be a good sign.
I'm sorry. Now, I just want to take a look at this.
Oh God, it smells really bad.
That's bacteria. It could just be topical, but we're concerned. We're worried you might have something serious.
Me?
An infection. We want to be cautious.
Okay, and is, me, you, and me?
All of us here, we might need to do a biopsy. I'll dress this again.
Isn't there something you can give me?
We have you on an antitoxin called neovitamol. It's doing what it's going to do.
Well, what's it doing? What do I have?
I don't want to overwhelm you with details, but you're showing signs of an infection, which we're trying to identify. Then when we do, we can treat it.
I've been having some trouble with my legs, and my stomach's been... I've had diarrhea.
They told me. This can also strain the breathing, which is the big danger if it's what we're worried about.
It's curable, though, right?
We have high hopes on the neovitamol. It works quickly when it works, so we should know fairly soon. If not, there are other treatments. Some are somewhat radical, but they've been effective.
Well, what are they? No, I guess you'll tell me when you tell me. What happens when you die?
You don't need to think about dying.
But what happens, do you think?
Well, a few things. Dying from the outside, from the bodily perspective, it's not very pretty. No one looks very peaceful doing it, as far as I've seen. We have stories of people seeing white light and feeling angelic serenity, but these are just stories from people who've lived, so it could just be what it's like to almost die and then live. So, we don't know. We have someone here who's wonderful. They're about to give birth.
I guess that about covers it.
Those are just two events. There's a lot in between.
You know, I've always been afraid that shame would be the last thing I felt on earth. No angelic stuff, no white light, just weird pain and shame that I was sick. And that I'd feel alone, no matter who I was with. I've always been afraid of that. And now I don't want to die like some dirty animal with my teeth showing and some crazy look in my eye. Sorry, I'm sorry to talk like this.
No, it's good. In fact, we have someone here who's great. Once we clear up this other thing, I think it'd be good for you to meet with her, just to talk.
I'd like that. You know, it's kind of ironic, me being here and how I got here.
Irony is a people thing. Nature is very frank. You're here, and we're taking care of you is the point.
Well, thank you for that.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine so far. Do you have any children?
I do. My son, Eric, he's 7, said this morning, actually, the sun doesn't know it's hot, right? It just goes around being orange.
Oh, God. I'm getting this wave. I think I'm getting sick. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to be sick.
I can walk you to the bathroom, but it's better to stay still. Use this if you need.
Is this the medicine or the thing?
The nausea? It could be both.
Well, when's it supposed to... God.
Just try to relax, try to breathe. We're doing everything we can do.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in a hospital. Okay. I think I'm okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to get you something for your stomach. Ring if you need anything or if there's any change.
I made a mistake.
Don't worry about that. Think ahead. Think about simple, true things.
Okay. I'll try. The sun is orange.
Good. That's the spirit. Think ahead. Think of good things. I'll come through again soon.
I'm thinking of good things. I'm thinking of good things. I'm thinking of good things.
Sorry.
No, help yourself. I doubt there's anything good.
I'm just looking around.
I used to smoke. I still come out here and just stand around for 5 minutes thinking about cigarettes. Don't you volunteer here?
Yeah, I also collect stuff. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, like any kind of... All right, you got me. Basically, I'm just here looking for some pills, you know, something, do you think you have something in there for like a headache, like a really serious one?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's fine. You look important up there, you know.
I'm not going to give you any pills.
Yeah, but you know, you still look really...
Thank you. Be careful you don't cut yourself in there. You could get botulism.
Oh, that's a good name for a disease.
Isn't it? I always thought it sounded like a philosophy of really bad choices. People don't think it's around anymore, botulism, but it is. It's alive and well.
Oh, I'll be careful. Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Someone's about to have a birthday in here.
Oh, I guess it's pretty common. Yeah. You know, I was a perfect baby.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that.
Well, you know, I guess I was just ready for the world, you know? Yeah.
It's not rare, but it's lucky to be a person. Just a regular person. Did you know when you combine an egg cell and a sperm cell, there are more ways they can combine, more possible kinds of people that can result than there are atoms in the universe?
I love facts like those. You know, I was 7 pounds, 8 ounces. I mean, now look at me. You know, I feel like I disappointed everyone when I was born. You know, maybe if they were expecting just some little creature that needed air and food, I think I would have been pretty impressive. But I think it hurt my feelings when I was born. Man, my head still hurts.
I'm sorry. Can I ask you, this will sound silly, but what do you want out of life?
Are you kidding?
Just for fun.
All right. What I want out of life is for this headache to go away. And at the risk of sounding like some screw up, going through the garbage looking for pills, I want to know love. I want to know what love is on earth and to feel beautiful. Thanks. That was a lot of fun.
Pretty good answer. Sometimes I ask people and they say they don't know. You'd think we know the answers to these kinds of things. We know the answers to so many questions. How many atoms are in the universe? How black holes are made? You'd think we'd take the time. I'm sorry. I don't mean this to be embarrassing, but sometimes people drop things back here. You're not driving, are you?
No.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, you too.
John? I don't believe it.
Mary. Hi. Wow. Let me sit up.
What happened?
A couple of things. Look at you. I could ask you the same thing.
No. This is so funny. I just kept thinking I'd see you.
I know. Me too. I was always looking. I thought I saw you a couple of times.
I almost called you when it was so rainy. Do you remember all that rain? Our basement flooded.
I almost called you too. It's really nice to see you.
You too.
You know, I always thought that we'd have more of a relationship. Or I don't know.
Well, we did. We do.
Well, not a relationship, but I don't know. I just thought I'd see you.
And here I am. Ta-da!
I mean, before. Look at you. You're so big. You look great.
Today's the day, I hope. What about you?
It was just something stupid. I cut myself.
Making a canoe or a birdhouse? One of your projects?
No, just, I don't know, around the house.
Do you have a cold?
Do I sound stuffed up? I think I'm just tired. Good place to get some quiet anyway.
Well, I'm not sure how quiet it'll be for me.
I'm sure you'll be great. So, is Bob here?
He's not, actually. It's just, I just thought that he would be here. I don't know. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, feeling fine.
You just look a little worn out, sad.
I guess.
You look like you could use a hug.
Mary, can I ask you something? Just for please?
Mhm.
It's gonna sound weird, so don't make fun of me.
I won't.
Mary, can you hold me? Can I hold you?
Well, I'm not sure how oldful I am, but I can give you a hug. You look like you need one.
Mary,
It's good to see you.
it feels really good to see you too. The people here are nice, but I don't really know anyone. So, why isn't Bob here yet?
Ugh, he couldn't catch a flight. I can't believe it was... What did you do?
It was just something stupid.
Did you do this?
No, I don't know. Partly, yeah.
Why? It's a stupid question, but why?
I don't know. Nothing. A lot of things. It was a mistake.
I wish I'd known. I don't know what I would have done, but I just wish
I wanted to call, but I just don't know what I would have said. Listen, Mary. I could be there for you in the delivery room if you need someone.
Thank you, John. It's really nice of you to offer. I don't want to be alone in there. It's really thoughtful. But it might not be a good idea, just in case you do have a cold.
Okay, but I don't think I do.
It's really good to see you. I've just been walking up and down the halls. They said activity was good.
I know. I mean, all these time. All these months.
The sink still drains like a dream. Remember you unclogged our sink?
Hey, Mary.
Hey, John. You should get some rest. I should keep walking. They said activity was good.
Sorry. You've got me on this really serious stuff. It makes me really sleepy.
Okay. Rest up. And here's some news you'll love. This. We're thinking of naming him John.
Yeah, Mary, that's great. It was good. Sorry, I keep saying that. Goodbye.
I'll see you later. Bye, John. Oh, no. John, can you call someone on your thing? John, please! Please, someone help, please! You found a nice spot.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this.
Maybe it's a sign.
Maybe it isn't a sign. Maybe that's a sign.
Maybe they're both signs. I'm here visiting a friend.
I'm here being difficult.
You were always a suspicious package. I remember when you were little. Remember that?
You wrote an essay for Middletown Day called "This Whole Hamlet is Shaking." I had it hanging in the library for years. In fact, I still remember the first sentence. If Middletown were a horse instead of a town, I would ride it off into the sun and it would be better for everyone. Was that it?
Wow, yeah. It's always good when someone remembers something. You know, I remember I had to read in front of everybody. I was shaking myself. I guess it just kind of made it more believable.
I remember. They put your picture in the paper.
Yeah, the camera was shaky, so all you saw was a blob of a kid and some blurry hair and blurry teeth.
You could tell you were still happy, though. You looked very proud.
I probably was. You know, I think someone scared my mother, before I was born. And so all I got was shaky blood from my shaky mother. And now all I see is shaky, sad stuff and dark skies and I don't know. I think that's the reason why I wrote the thing. I think I wanted people to experience that.
Well, I thought it was big of you to stand up there and shake and say what you think and feel. Some people say that the secret to life is being able to live in the middle of all of our different opinions.
Some people don't say anything.
True.
I didn't mean that. Forget I said that.
Okay. My mother used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to me every night, and then she'd sing "Kentucky Moon" in the morning.
That's nice. Mine was on her own. She tried and tried, I think, but in a world full of fathers, try to find one, and I don't know. I guess they do all their magic in the negative. I used to think of my father as a speech impediment. I remember he came in once with a doll and some wrong-sized clothes.
My father was very tall. He felt that posture was very important.
Oh yeah? I forget. Do they have food in there?
Yeah, there's a little snack bar. I had a good soup there the other day.
It's weird. I mean, I've taken a lot of these, and it's weird to be alive. I know it's supposed to be all special and great and all, but here's my philosophy. I'm sitting on this bench, I'm wearing this shirt and these shoes. This is my body, end of story.
I can't argue with that.
Thank you. Is this all right?
Oh, of course. I'm just here waiting.
Can I ask, this might sound stupid, but did anyone ever just sit you down and really tell you, like, hey, here's how this whole thing's gonna work?
There's an Indian prayer I always liked. I had it hanging on the wall for years. If it's raining, it's not snowing. If it's snowing, the deer are thin. If the thin deer are sleeping, it is sunny. Hold the hand of your love and wait for the moon. Some things we are never to know. Listen to the brook. It's sort of woodsy, but I always liked it. I don't know if I have it word for word.
It's nice. Listen to the river. That's good. I remember we did Indians in school. I did a reenactment. People clapped and my mother cried. That felt good. There are people like me in this world. You don't hear much from us because we don't say too much, but, I think it's just because we're all trying to get a hold of this whole thing. It's almost like trying to fix a moving car.
Well, I think we're born with questions and the whole world is the answer.
Yeah? I guess there's a lot of different ways to go about it. Some people love God, and I have a neighbor who kayaks every weekend. It's, Wait, you're not going to ask me what I want out of life, are you? I don't know. I wish I got somewhere. That I was born and that I grew somehow, and I don't know. I just wanted people to look at me and feel this kind of wonder. I wanted people to look at me and think, hey, look at that guy. And I just wanted to look at the sky and think, hey, look at the sky. I don't know. What kind of soup was it?
Tomato. Did you ever think you might be a normal person, though?
Maybe. I don't know. It's bad news for normal people. Man, I took a ton of these pills.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I think.
Hi. Afternoon. You again, on a bench again, with your pupils all constricted. You're Craig, right?
Yeah, did you get a call to come down here and arrest me again?
No. Why would... They want you in there.
Why don't you like me?
What is this?
He's not feeling well. Be gentle.
Okay. Craig, I'm sure you'll be fine. You've been doing really well about showing up for these. They want you in there, okay? Okay. Bye. Good luck with your friend.
Bye, Craig. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I think he wrote the dirty word on the sign coming into town. I never really liked his attitude. Like he's always thinking that he doesn't have to do the stuff everybody has to do. Like he's always thinking there's somewhere better to be than here.
Maybe there is, though. I mean, a lot of people probably feel that way sometimes.
Maybe. Probably. Oh, God, I don't know.
I'm sorry about your mother, Robert.
Thanks, Judith. Thanks for coming.
You really made a beautiful speech.
I didn't prepare anything. I just figured I'd get up there and talk.
Well, it was lovely. Everyone cried and just felt so close to her.
I almost cried. I had a hard time not crying. They had her on everything at the end. She wasn't very clear. She did these things with her hands. My sister thought she was playing the piano in her mind. She used to be a music teacher, remember? It made us happy to think that that's what she was doing, that she had stuff to do in there, even though there was nothing.
That's a sweet story. It's good you could be with her.
She was almost our oldest resident. A few days before, she stuck up her middle finger at me. I said, "Mom, where'd you see that?" And I was laughing at her. She said, "I saw it on some show at couples working out their problems." She wanted to know what it meant. She couldn't work the remote to turn it off, so I explained, "Mom, it means I don't like you." And in that moment, I felt so terrible, almost sick, for saying those words to my mom, even though I was just explaining.
I'm sure she knew how you felt, though. I mean, you know, people know what happens.
Yes, they do.
And it just feels so original when it happens to us.
I like the natural order of things, but yeah, they do. When we were leaving after, the doctor said, "Hey, I'll see you later." That was ironic. Yes, we shall. I'm sorry. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Mary Swanson is supposed to be having her baby today.
Oh, Mary. From over on Oak Street, right? Number 31?
Yeah, that's funny. Is that how you remember people?
What, by the address? Yeah, I guess. If I know the address and the general layout, then I can sympathize. Towards the end, my mom and I would list stores that we've ever been to. Isn't that sad that one day it's going to be the last store you ever went to?
It is. But isn't it great that one day there was a first? Frank Supret.
Frank Supret.
Look at this pretty tree.
Wow. I like trees. Everybody does, I'm sure. But yeah, me too. Will you be working at the library tomorrow?
I will.
I'll stop in and say hi.
I'll say hi back.
Thanks, Judith. Thanks.
Make sure you drink some water, even if you're not thirsty. Okay. How are you? Can I get you anything?
No, sorry. I was just thinking about everything.
That's good to do sometimes. And sometimes it's just good to look out a window. Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back with some food in just a bit.
Oh, food.
Not hungry?
Well, I don't know. I'm just kind of God.
You're kind of God? Very nice to meet you. I love your work. It'll all come back. Your appetite and everything. Do you feel alright otherwise?
I just thought everything would be different.
And it isn't?
Well, people had some trouble with travel arrangements. My husband and one of my brothers. Whatever was going to happen, I just didn't think I'd be alone.
They'll get here. Don't feel alone. You're not alone. Just relax. Ring, okay? If you need anything.
I will. Thank you. I'm not alone.
I'm sorry, am I not supposed
It's
to?
okay. Hi, I'm Sergeant Hollingsworth. I don't know if you remember, but I was at your house when the ambulance was there.
Sorry, I thought I was in the wrong room. I remember. Sure, it was busy, but I remember.
I just wanted to let you know that there won't be any charges filed here. The arrangements are that you do some community service when you get better and agree to get some help, some counseling.
Thank you.
Does that sound all right?
Have you talked to them here?
No. Why?
I don't know.
Does that sound all right?
Okay.
Are you feeling better?
I think I'm losing my voice.
Well, you were a real mess. You look better.
Did you tell Stephanie?
Who's Stephanie?
I don't know. Stephanie's from when I was little. I'm not hearing any voices. Should I be hearing voices?
Are you all right?
I think so.
Well, they gave these to me for you to sign. The address to send them to is up at the top.
Okay.
Life is hard. It's hard for everyone. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I get moody. I get sad. People don't think of cops as moody. Look at all this stuff I have to walk around with.
It is a lot of stuff.
Well, I have to be back for something else tomorrow. I'll stop in.
Stephanie is from when I was little. I was little.
Stephanie. Okay. Well, I'll have them check in on you.
Are you leaving?
Yes. I've got to go. I'll see you later. Oh, so one part of the community service is managing the community garden on West Street. Building little things and just making sure everything's all right. They told me you were good with stuff like that.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
Well, then get better. I think they give you a uniform.
I like working outside.
That's good. Well, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Oh, somebody needs you. I missed him so much.
Was he fussing? He just wants his mommy. Take the cloth off him. There you go. As much skin-to-skin contact as possible. Just let him feel you holding him. There you go. Look at you two. You look like a Renaissance painting.
He feels so nice.
Everything's fine. He's a very healthy baby.
My lucky boy. My lucky, healthy boy.
I'll leave you two.
Thank you, Julie. There you go. There you go, John. How are you feeling? Welcome to the world, little boy. What are you feeling? What are you feeling on Earth?
I was beautiful.
Did you just say you were beautiful?
Oh,
Well, I'm sure you were. You're going to be in pediatric today. I don't know if you did any of the reading I gave you. All you have to do is be spiritual. Don't use to be verbs. No, is, was, or will be. Too many tenses get confusing. They're just kids. Say something along the lines of, it rain and children grow strong like tree. Sun cross sky many time. Brave and squaw laugh, touch noses never die. This land never die. Life never die. Did you just wake up? Are you okay?
yeah.
Okay. All you have to do is walk around and ring the bells, and the kids see the history of the world in front of them, okay?
Yeah.
All right, me go do some filing. Me go play tennis. Want leave early before sun go away. Thanks, Craig.
Me.
The coroner's on his way.
Dr. Allman, he's so nice.
Yeah, his son goes to school with my daughter.
Does this stay with the patient?
Yes.
It's so quiet.
I think bodies soak up sound. Listen. We are in a room. You are a body. I am wearing these clothes. Do you notice that? This is the sound of my voice. This is the language that I use. I am far away. Where are you? Test 1, 2. It sounds funny, doesn't it?
That's a little weird. But did you ever talk to him before?
A little. He was worried about a library book. He was sad, but he tried to be good-natured.
I came in here once to change something, and he said, if I had flowers, I would give them to you.
Aw, that's sweet. I think we're just about done here. Now, we have to go up to 5.
Goodbye, person. That was nice about the flowers. I hope you're not sad.
Hello? Is everyone dressed? Hi, congratulations. I'm Robert Hollingsworth. Judith was telling me.
Thank you for visiting. It's nice to have people.
Yeah, no, of course. I had to be here for something else anyway.
He's a beautiful boy. Just perfect. Sleeping.
That's the life. Hi, sweetheart. Are you lost?
No. Would you like to say hello? Hi. He says hello. He says, how are you? Fine.
Well, this has been quite a day. He's so precious.
Yeah. We should let you get some rest. Congratulations again.
There's a radio. Do you want some music?
That might be nice.
I'll leave this with you, and you can pick something. Okay, darling. I'll see you tomorrow.
Of such gravity that it collapses into a black hole. The structure of a black hole is very simple. There is surface in the center, or singularity, from which no light can escape. If my friend Sally could watch from a safe distance beyond the event horizon and see me fall into a black hole, what would she see? Sally would see me falling, slower and slower. It would appear that I'll never quite reach the center. If I were waving, she would see me wave, slower and slower. Bye, Sally. For me, the fall would only take a short time. Years would pass where she was. Eventually, it would look to her as if I had stopped mid-fall. She would see my hand in the air, my flailing legs, my smile, all frozen. All motion would stop her. This is because the light from me takes so long to escape. Finally, it will cease altogether. By then, Sally's great-great-grandchildren will be very old people, and I will still be falling, will still be waving goodbye. Next week, we'll visit with a giant tortoise who has an interesting story to tell, if he could speak. He's over 100 years old. We'll also talk with a man and woman who doubt there's anything they've ever.
That was Russian Symphony No. 9 in a recording from 1981 by the Philharmoniker Orchestra. That was some great.
Evening, ma'am. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just doing daily routine. Oh, hey. That's a baby, right?
His name's John.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
John's a good name.
Thanks.
I guess they all are when you think about it. Anyway, temperature all right in here?
It's fine, thank you.
Right. Well, I think I will see you later. See ya.
Bye. Say bye. Say bye-bye.